It's time again. Still getting it ready though. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll have this ready. I've never opened it before. I've never downloaded it before. So we'll see how this works. I have a water with me, so hopefully that will satiate my voice from becoming too crazy. Hold on. Let me get things ready. I have not, sadly. I watched a bit of Go, but I haven't finished it yet. Let me fix all the things. Looks like a box. So, okay. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Aww. Oh my god. I know you then. I remember talking to you. Oh, yeah, I'll see you there then. Where is it? Oh, I'm still fixing things. Um, okay. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, okay. Almost done, I swear. Give me a couple more seconds. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, I think. Okay, now I just need to do one more thing. I swear, this is almost done. I swear to you. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there we go. And now I move myself over here. Yay! And then transition. Yay! Looks alright? Looks alright. I'll move myself up a little bit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Are we ready to get our spookiness on then? Yeah, I have seen Higurashi, but not Umineko, sadly. Choose your preferred language. Oskimi no igo wo something shite kudasai. Not Japanese, that's for sure. Oh, seventh expansion. Manga Gamer. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I love his vibes. Oh my god. I love the vibes. Let me move my glasses a bit. Ah, dude, this is wild. Okay, there we go. Oh, the hecking chat has disappeared. Hold on. Where's the chat? Where's the chat at? Where the chat at? Here. Here we go. Chat has died. Give me a second, I fix it. I fix it. There we go. There, now you can see yourself up there. Okay. Start, continue, config. I want to see what config settings are. Message speed, auto mode. Hey, I ask how is chat? Okay, do you want updated or original character sprites? Cause like, whoa, big, big, small. I do small. Okay. Yeah, should we do updated or original? The original's pretty gross looking, I'll be honest. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the original's pretty gross looking. But the updated, I don't know if it has the same feeling of the original, so I think I'm gonna go original. Oh, this music. Oh my god. Okay. Starting. Onikakushi opening. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high. I hope you enjoy the reward. The difficulty is extremely high? Okay. What is that? Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Frederica Birdcastle. Poetic. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations is entirely confidential. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. Oh, already? Oh, we're already starting like this? If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body be ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. It's auto going, I should have changed that. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize. Oh, this is when I see. I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears making a mess. Oh, heck. That mechanical repetitious sound finally stilled. This is where Keiichi does, yeah. Only the cry of the cicadas remained annoyingly loud, and yet felt as if I could hear her voice. But that's not possible. Because she's dead! Because I killed her! She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion, because there were none to show. She had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Oh, I love this. Then why? This pain, my eyes are getting moist. Why is this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I'd waver over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I've started to stubbornly refuse to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. I love the protagonist, by the way. Hey, me? Tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Aww. Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her. Like flowers by a grave. Which protagonist? I thought there was only one in this, but Now then, calm your nerves, even though you can't feel your right arm. Just lift it up. With every swing, forget a little more. Oh! Oh my god. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Come on. Oh, that's such a good intro. Oh my god. That's such a good intro. When I say protagonist, I usually mean Keiichi. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. Well, what is this music? I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It's been a while since I last went to the city. I had only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived here until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and multi-lane roads, the melodious cacophony of the sidewalk, crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. Places where I live now isn't nearly as lively. It's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean aren't any burger joints. There aren't any even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. Come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. Bro, my homie got no friends. I should have gone to at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. Somebody? Who's she apologizing to? She apologized so much, so just forgive her already. Is this like some astral plane nonsense? There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. Are you sure about that, Keiichi-kun? There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. I'm gonna learn a lot of English through this, I feel like. You just need to be more careful next time. Hold on, I think the music's a little too loud. Okay. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Kichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's problem. Father. Kichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I forget he has parents. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We'd spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we'd taken a car deeper into the mountains. Okay, so all these backgrounds that they're using, are they like actual pictures that have been modified? 'Cause I think that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. That's 100% what this is. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Wow. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa. Hinamizawa. Higurashi when they cry. 7th expansion. Some of the pictures are actual pictures. Okay. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted by a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. Filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. I feel like if you go anywhere, you can learn that, but... Oh my god, that music. That's like demented. What the heck? Quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. Such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I never tell him that, though. Mom laid out breakfast on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. Perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy that you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up early, then I don't have time to eat breakfast. Ha 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 ha. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Dude, Keiichi is adorable. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, my mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. I feel that. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning, that was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. Oh, dude, I would hate that. Absolutely hate that. Guess that's what you'd call my rebellious phase. I want so much to look at the breakfast she woke up early every morning to make. You child? That's so rude. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Wouldn't we all, honestly? Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry! Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena's one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl is just lame. Really? Having friends is not lame, Mr. Keiichi. But, well, keeping a class waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait here for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! Oh god, I'm gonna have to do voice, aren't I? Hold on. Beautiful, beautiful Rena-chan. Okay, her voice is like more high-pitched, I think. Keiichi-kun! Is that good? Good morning! No, that's so bad. Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. No, I think that's me. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. Wait, who's talking? Is it back and forth? I'm assuming it's back and forth, isn't it? She's so conscientious. Such a good person. Who's saying this? If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I'll wait for you all the time. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust. God, Keiichi. Without looking back. Oh my god. Why are you so mean? Why? Ren had a slightly troubled look on her face. Yeah, because you're being a heckin' rude boy. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Sigma mindset, 100%. Keiichi's not a Chad. Not yet, anyway. I'm kidding. I'd wait for you. Those words, Rena seemed to relax. Face flushed bright red. Thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever? Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. Oh my god, Keiichi. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Stop being so Sigma! Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. Couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, a message from Mom. She says thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How are they? Nothing too salty? They weren't salty. They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. Would have been fine to just honestly say that they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who picked them, Rena? Pickled them. Or was it your mom? Huh? Why do you ask? Omochikari. Oh, really? Does it not translate into English? Or did they just decide not to? I forget. I'm so bad at heckin' voices. I want to get better. Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena? Or was it your mom? But why are you asking who made them? Why? What? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of playing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Yes, you are, Keiichi. Thank you for being self-aware. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to mutter a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It's truly a lot of fun to tease her. Yes, we know, Keiichi. I pray Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Like yourself? Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Oh my god. I'm gonna go off a small tangent here. I've had guys try to do this to me before. Where they're like, oh, I'll help you by being mean to you, you know? But I guess that's the way that some people view things, is that they can fix people by being mean to them. But I don't really agree with that. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just spaced out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. Oh, so that was him speaking. This strange, easily flustered girl is Riena Ryugu. I've only known her for about a month. I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. This whole town is strange. Mii-chan, good morning. Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Yeah, Mion! Let's go! Ah, finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who... Oh my god. Who's speaking? Yeah.
Usually you're the one who's late.
In sharp contrast to the diligent Reina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Mion! Yeah! Yeah, exactly. I freaking love her. Morning, Rena. It's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? I was only off 2 days. More like be off. Oh! East coming in with the puns once again. Ha ha ha. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mion's gaze stared at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was... Wow. Mion. Wow. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it off to her. Jesus Christ. Dude, is Keiichi like saying... he's telling the story. So he's explaining the story to someone, right? No spoilers though, if I don't know anything. I've grown quite splendidly. Oh my god. You'd be surprised. Oh my god. Very, very lewd. Not only is he bigger, but he has a mustache now. Oh my god. Being so engorged with the energy every morning is quite a problem though. I'll introduce you next time just to be sure to greet him properly. Who is speaking? Don't say next time, right now it's just fine. Yeah, what the... I know, that's my reaction. How about letting the little guy... Oh! Get a breath of fresh morning air. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could spell the fouling up the air, morning air before. Jesus Christ. Didn't know this was this type of game. I know, neither did I. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. My hand... Oh my god! As my hand reached for my fly, Rena began to ramble in near panic. Oh, so he was saying that.
Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Oh my god. How was it? Seeing the city again. Mion switched her gears, dropping the dirty talk, changed the topic something more befitting of a pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. Oh my god. I didn't have time to look around in any toy stores. Hold on, I can do it. Yeah, like that. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here, after all.
Is this about games again, Mi-chan?
Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Well, it's a visual novel from 2002. Yeah, true, you're right.
Yep, I wanted to see Kei-chan bring me back a Westport catalog, you see?
Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Oh, okay. Using that abbreviation did sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? From what I've heard of Higurashi, I expected murder. We'll get to murder. We'll get there sometime. We'll get there. Well, I guess I have to now. I'm gonna get another game full of hot action. Oh my god.
This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand.
Mion is a board and card game enthusiast. I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has become a sort of museum for domestic and foreign games. There's a game you'd think I'd understand, let me play it too. Of course. If Kei-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. Just what I want. Just what I want. Whoever's saying it. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose.
Whoa. They won't let you play in the group this time, I guess.
Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred to be playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Oh, so this is back in the day where boys didn't even like playing video games? Or was this where it switched from boys playing outside to boys playing video games around that era? Rena laughed happily. It was such a friendly conversation. You wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. It's 83, so kind of. Oh, video games didn't exist. Right. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. Well, like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. So he's slightly faking his personality, but understandable. Yanamizawa is a really small village. Not only was there one school, but only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study at the same class. I'm told that not long ago, there should be a bigger build. That long ago, there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class. Now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. Such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. Oh. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Too bad. I wasn't gonna fall for that again. To think you'd given up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. Oh, she's so quirky.
What is it, you guys?
Step back, Rena. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh?
Then Satoko-chan is...
Oh god, I'm gonna have to even do a higher pitched voice for that, aren't I? Ah, more water. Her name was Satoko Hyojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. Too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door.
Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round?
No, this is Satoko we were talking about. What is... okay. Is there any tip to, like, learning how to know who's talking and where? After falling for such intricate traps since the day I was transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine various traps, a variety of traps, traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. Oh, dude. Satoko, the next jigsaw confirmed. By the looks of it, the eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. Took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day.
So then, why don't you just open the door and let it drop?
That's what this is. That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upward. So I lifted my hand to the door. And I looked downward. There was thumbtacks sticking to the sliding door handle with tape. Frightening trap. Potential and terrifying trap. Concealing by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than trivial machinations of a child. Assured by my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. Oh god, another one. It was something similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. I know, it's actually evil. Like, the traps that she does is like actually evil. Like, I don't think I would ever do this to a friend or an enemy, because it would just hurt, you know? Like actual pain, like thumbtacks. It is psychopath behavior, and she needs to go to a counselor. I felt something strange in my ankle, yeah. By the time I realized she had me, hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. began to fall in an almost picturesque manner.
Hey John, watch out!
Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in mid-air before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow. An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. What? I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. Dude, she wants to kill this man. Oh my god.
My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-chan.
Keiichi-san.
Aren't we a lively one this morning?
Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko.
I haven't the faintest idea of what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning.
You little... Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow. It seemed a little adversely spraying my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. A small hand gently rubbed my head.
Pain, go away.
The small dainty hand continued to gentle stroke my head.
You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears.
I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah. Yeah, thanks Rika-chan. The pain's going away now.
Yay, Rika-chan! Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too, Reina.
A good morning to all.
Good morning to all.
Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. Such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling rather than deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. Yeah, it's a thing, where kids who have been through a lot or don't get enough attention act out. Psychology.
I'm the very model of a good girl. A good girl who wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander.
Lies and slander.
Exactly, what proof?
Picked up Satsuko by the back of her collar. She looked like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it. I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. Get the flick against your head.
I'm against violence. You don't have any proof.
Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. I can split plywood right in half. Oh boy.
Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast!
Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt.
He's been lonely ever since you were gone for 2 days.
Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? Gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. Still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for a forehead flick. I've never actually had someone forehead flick you, but it seems to come up a lot in anime, apparently. I don't know why though. I've never actually seen it happen.
What? What? It doesn't bother me. What? You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting. Yeah.
Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Rika's the best character, prove me wrong. As horrible as some things Keiichi does is wrong, I love Keiichi. He's my number one from the show. He 100%. He's my Keiichi, if you know what I mean.
Next time, set up an even more amazing trap.
Wait a minute. Rika Devil confirmed. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon.
Oh, Satoko-chan is crying. So cute.
Oh my god.
Can't take them home. Ooh, but they're so cute.
You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit, it's fine. It's fine. Oh no, that's her. Rena kept a cutesy face even as the outrageous idea spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Ren is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person? That's problematic. Stealing is bad, but abducting of people is even worse. Give it up.
Then I could just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right?
Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to return Reina into the authorities. Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. Teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satsuko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I think so. I think it is foreshadowing. Like, it's pretty obvious, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna take a second and hold on. I want to move the chat box a little bit. Give me a second. Give me a second, fellas. Let's see. There we go. I shan't say a thing. Yeah, and if you do, you'll get the fist. Almost got it. Chat box. There we go. There. Now you can see it a little better. Yeah, the thumbtacks. You don't want teacher getting thumbtacked. Pull the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satsuko was the only one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. As she's a child. By the time teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up.
We made it in time.
Rise, attention! Mion gave the morning commands. We had to do that in Japanese class as well. Kiritsu. Rei, Chakuseki. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. For natural, she ends up spending her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being the highest grade in class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach with the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have regressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Ren and Mion with their studies.
You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand.
Ren took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. I can understand that. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. While you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, she's supposed to be a higher grade than me. Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on. With these marks, it's not like I'm aiming to go on a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew it was going to be on the entrance exams.
Mi-chan, Keiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too.
Such a good and honest kid, Reina. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school.
What? Thanks so much.
Especially you, Reina. Private lessons, just the two of us.
But private lesson?
A puff of soap shaped like a halo popped out of Reina's head. So I think, what kind of private lessons is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. Oh, Keiji, Keiji, Keiji. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So, in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you study just to get into university? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. Out there, you can get into a good university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe is so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock.
That's right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam.
If anyone gets into university, then there's no need to be all uptight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know the stuff that's common knowledge, like the Earth not being flat. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. Since it was Mion, probably didn't actually have that deep of meaning. Oh, the bells. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving the handbell drifted through the classroom.
Kei-chan, we're done! It's our wonderful lunchtime.
The complete 180 from our unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period.
Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch.
Might have been making a very troubled face. Reina smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's eat. Let's eat indeed. There seemed to be different cliques even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we both had boys and girls. Well, one boy, many girls, but you know. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Ren and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Setsuko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well.
Keiichi-kun, hurry!
Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. This was the dawn of visual novels, okay? So as bad as the sprites look, I commend them for putting this out into the public. Blessing us with this art, okay? And by art, I mean the whole visual novel as a whole. The writing, the art, everything. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. And not really. Ah, you coming out with the facts that I don't know about.
Keiichi-chan's lunchbox was most certainly filled with nothing but bread crusts, like some sort of destitute plebeian. Why don't you just show it to us? Come on.
Even though Satsuko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, around the 90s. Okay.
Well then, Representative Me, please give a signal to start.
At first this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if somebody else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. That's gonna change pretty soon, huh? If I want to get into Higurashi, should I watch the anime or play the games? I mean, the way I got into it was from the anime, but everybody says the games are much more in-depth. So, you know.
If you want, we could play together, if you want.
But yeah, the anime's really good too, if you just get lazy.
Let's eat.
The sound of our little high-five chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. I just want to wait till the darkness starts brewing, you know? Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course, there are some other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Agreed! Younger people always see older people as scary in general, I think. Compare that to girls? Well, these girls weren't picky. We'll put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls wouldn't mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mio noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As a fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch.
My, isn't Sir Keishi's lunch extravagant
today? My, isn't Madame Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross-counter, stabbing into each other's lunch.
My, how delicious! Oh, this taro is
good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika's expression broke into a little smile.
I saved some from dinner last night.
By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems like Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? This tastes like Mom's home cooking. I was honestly surprised. The carrot rosets weren't from a mold, they were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing.
She's really good at sewing, laundering, and all that. Amazing, right? Amazing! Rika is quite exceptional in many ways.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's nothing for you to boast about.
Rin is actually better at cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know...
It seemed like the topic of conversation switched to Reina when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Reina's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Reina's lunchbox constantly.
Everyone liked this one so much before. I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope.
Got high marks from me. Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out, trying to secure my own portion. Satsuko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time, and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in a mouthful after praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It's kind of bad that no one thought to leave anything for Rena. Dude, it's Rena's own lunch, and she doesn't get any. But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on.
How did you like it? Isn't Rena-chan extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san.
I said it's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Satoko's face went pale. The music stopped?
Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know. Of course I can. I really can.
It's really hard for her to lie.
Keiichi-kun, both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right? Shouldn't be picking on her. Mi-chan too.
Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this? Mion lifted up her chopsticks between them, a little piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon.
But that's asparagus.
Mion made eye contact with me within 0.3 seconds, and I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Oh, come on. Holding a piece of bacon wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. That's pretty terrible.
The yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait. The green one is cauliflower.
So, which?
Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower, but the green one is,
Oh my god. You really know which is which. How about you just give up? I'd expect no less from the class representative. The oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. It's just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
I do know. I really do.
Then answer the question. Oh my god. That's so mean.
I know.
Oh. She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she usually starts to seem her age. I just noticed their hands. I know, dude. They're like mittens. They're like meat mittens. Rena entered the stage of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. It does look like Geodude, 100%. Rena's in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really, very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile. Rena! Mimi is picking on me! Wow.
Cute. It's okay, Reno and Issa will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister.
Whoosh! Boof! Bam! It's like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both of Rena's fists shot out supersonic speeds, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawly spread eagle on the floor, staring at the ceiling, matching welts on our faces. Yeah, just get shot. Game over. This is the first time you've gotten one, right? Today, she went easy on us. Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena. Rena is a force to be reckoned with.
See, Satoko-chan, I took care of them. Cute. I want to take you home.
Across the 8 main chapters, it takes about 50 plus hours to read on average. Yeah, I knew this was a pretty hefty read getting into it, but I really want to read it. I'm very, very interested. Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. How do I... Yeah, like that. Damn it all, using Rena like a puppet. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. Surprised it's only 50. Yeah, I kind of expected like 70 or 80, but 50 is good. 50 is good. Now what the day held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance.
Hey, Keiichi-kun. Tomorrow, do you have any plans or anything? Or anything?
Huh? It was such a direct question from Rena, I had inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me at loss for words and realized I misunderstood and turned red as well.
No, I didn't mean like that. You see.
So apparently that wasn't what she meant. So apparently that was, right. But since it's always fun when Ren is in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh really? So it wasn't meant that way. Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection.
Keiichi-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Me-chan.
Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I see, this old geezer never knew you could push her buttons just like that.
What is it?
Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach while Rena flayed around, completely bewildered. Couldn't help but start laughing as well. Feeling a bit guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. So it's like, situations like this, it's too good, you know? It's too normal. Nothing bad is happening, there's no problems. Everybody's getting along, you know? Kidding, sorry, it was just a joke, that's my fault. She really is a cute one.
A joke? Since when?
About halfway through? Halfway? It's okay, Chan. That means you weren't acting when you blushed at the start.
That means...
There's only momentary lapse. A momentary lapse in my judgment. There was no way Mion would let a delectable detail slip her. Oh, well, you see, saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. Time skip to home. So, why are you asking if I'm free tomorrow, Reina?
Huh? Oh, what were we talking about?
It being so long that Reina had forgotten. That's how long Mion teased me. It's just, Kei-chan, you probably can't find your way around Hinamizawa by yourself, can you? That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here. Yeah, I don't know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school.
Yes, yes. You see, tomorrow we are thinking that Michan and I go escort you around Hinamizawa and show you around.
That'd be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. It's been a month, and you haven't done this yet. You'll come, of course, right? I'm free, if I'm free. You're being invited by a girl, you know. If I'm free. You're probably free anyways. If I'm free. I was being stubborn so as not give a clear yes or no. Yes, I can see that. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say so up front. Oh, Keiji! You little scamp.
Keiji-kun, you're not free, perhaps? Perhaps?
While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring it'd be a little too rough on her, I just gave in. Sorry, forgive me, I apologize. I'm free. Sigma male, not simping for women. No, he simps in the shadows. That's what it is. Ah, water.
Great!
The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile. Hey now. Seems like there's quite a bit of difference between how cold you are to me compared to Rena, isn't it? Isn't there? Seemed Rena didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave me all behind. Let's go, Rena. Maybe it should be the two of us just tomorrow. Just the two of us tomorrow. Leave grumpy old Mion behind. Oh my god.
Huh? Well, if Keiji-kun is okay with that, then...
If I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around, don't ignore me, Keiichi Maebara. It'd be great if the two of us go on a picnic together. Should we bring a basket, Rena?
If we're bringing a basket, I'll make all the food. Maybe...
Don't ignore me too, Rena. I'll tell everyone that you disappeared into the hotel district together. Get punched.
Well then, I'm going right now to start making it. Tomorrow's gonna be so fun. Later, Keiichi-chan.
Keiichi-kun.
Mi-chan. Bye.
Rena bounced off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face. Are you alright? There's over 2 meters between you guys. Since you've came, they've become sharper. This old geezer's body can't handle it. Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or maybe she should just stop hitting people. Or else this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. If that happened, the results might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can dodge her jabs. It felt like it was her knee, though. Could it be that we were hanging around an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. Kei-chan, you should... This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Casual assault, I know. Can you believe she would ever... Oh? A pause? Or chapter 2 or something? No, then fade out. You ever received new tips? We're a mixed grade. We don't have a uniform. Huh? What's a tip? We're a mixed grade. We don't have a uniform. Are we gonna have to, like, solve a mystery? We don't have a uniform. We're a mixed grade. Oh, so you can click them back and go through the conversation again. Oh, no. What'd I do? I don't know what I did. Hopefully this is just continuing as normal. It's only June, but it's already so hot. Could hear the Higurashi outside chirping. Me. At night there are mosquitoes. Oh, just tips on any questions. Okay. Might be summer. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
Summer, I do declare.
Setsuko was flapping her shirt languidly. It's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she still was a girl. Shut up, old man Keiichi.
Keiichi-kun... Keiichi does seem quite cool with just a single button-up shirt. I'm so jealous.
From how I see things, the skirt you're wearing looks like it would be much cooler. A girl like you wouldn't understand. Wearing jeans during the season and how steamy the crotch gets. Wow.
It gets steamy. Oh.
This girl's some imagining something indecent. Raina's summer clothes have a nice refreshing color. I feel cooler just looking at them. Yes, because psychologically blue is a cooling color.
Thank you. They really do feel pretty cool. I do wish my summer clothes were as breezy as Raina's.
But Setsuko-chan, your summer clothes are so cute, being a one piece and all. I'd like to wear your summer clothes. Wait, I think that was Raina talking.
This is actually quite stuffy, you know. I do believe what you're wearing would be much cooler. It would be so much more fun with cute clothes. Oh.
I had a feeling Raina and Satsuko's base values were fundamentally different. Speaking of which, our school doesn't have a uniform. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. As long as they're proper, the regular clothes are fine.
Quite a few students in regular clothes. There are quite a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain. What's the uniform that they're all wearing? They're all the same.
That's the city school's uniform. It's not like there's a rule, but they're all wearing them.
Speaking of which, everybody in our group is wearing the same uniform, aren't we? Did you go out of your way to get them from somewhere?
Why, yes, Mion-chan supplied them. Mi-chan's relative...
God, their voices aren't different at all, are they?
Mi-chan's relative runs a second-hand clothing store. They can get school clothes from all over the country for cheap, they say.
So you asked those relatives to get a bunch of unique school uniforms then? That Mion, she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. Must be a strange second-hand clothing store. Get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from all schools all over the country? It's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. I've freaking saying that 3 times. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about? Because style?
Yeah, I think so too. They will also use swimsuits and PE uniforms. I don't like the idea of having used ones.
Doesn't, doesn't sound like that shop makes much money. They probably have Mion pitch in and help so they can make more. Yeah.
But Mion says it'll be a big hit if it becomes a great store. With such conviction.
Secondhand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit? I don't get it. You will, soon. Keiichi. Okay, I see. We're mixed grade, we don't have a uniform. I don't think we need to go through all these. Do you mind if we just skip these? Unless it's something I genuinely don't understand. Oh, this music is so creepy. Oh. Okay. Save. Save. That's fine, they're just extras. Okay, cool. We're gonna keep going. I can keep going. I can keep going for another hour or two. Oh, hold on, actually. Hold on, let me check when a certain food chain closes. Let's see. Looks like 10 p.m. It is currently 8:24 p.m. Maybe I have credits on Uber Eats. Give me a second. Let's see.
Dang it.
How long is it? Another hour till the next end of chapter? Because I could just do it at the next end of chapter, I guess. Okay. What I want right now is Chinese food. Give me. Give. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Yeah, there's no chapters and arcs because it just this chapter is like the whole game and then different game for different chapter, you know? Okay, let's see, let's see. Do I have any deals? Daily deals? Hmm. No, 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 this is all wrong. This is all wrong. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna ask my brother for food. Goodbye. Oh, heck. Well, he seems to be gone. This is so sad. Will I ever get my food? Probably not. Hecking Uber Eats. Get out of here. Get out of here. Plus, they're too expensive. Whatever. I'll see if I can eat after we do this. Okay, time to bring myself back. Hello! Here. Yeah. Okay. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the last day Ren and Mio were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Why does she have a gun? Bruh? Ren and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Kei-chan, you're late. So sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. She has a gun, dude. Oh, what's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting? I know. That is literally never explained. Maybe the creator, just wanted to draw a gun. Hey, John, you just got here yourself. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Rena carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. And with a gun inside of it? What is that? It's a gun! It's a gun! Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Rena really did make a picnic. Yeah! Oh! Do not notice the gun. At all. Just don't notice it. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. Not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, heck. She's been like this since last night, you know? Can you take responsibility for this? Alright. I am a man after all. I'll take responsibility. Responsibility? For what? For what? Man, she's so confused all the time, and no one cares to tell her. So we both turn around slowly to look at Rena. Our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess? When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. Nobody acknowledges its existence. Wow. I'd say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun is a boy after all. I thought he would probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Let's get going. Heave-ho! Just from this way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunchboxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you try to make Uranus sad, got it? The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. The chapter 1 is free on Steam, but the rest of the chapters cost a bit. It's only a small bit though, it's nothing crazy. Having finished the pleasantries, we began a leisurely stroll. A carefree walk, bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. Couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. Man. Money can be exchanged for Higurashi! That is my favorite recurring joke. These were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It was really a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as this village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day. Oh, you would be Myra-kun, I believe. My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All these passersby even knew my name. When did I become this famous? I passed by 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. That's only the beginning, Mayabara-kun. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there's so few people here in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's Mayabara fella who just moved here? Yep, that's how it works out. The process of elimination you can only pull off in a place like this, and it was quite effective. From now on, I'd be sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. It's not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know them. The first person we met was the old Takezo from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Next we meet his grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. Like someone that has a gun on them right now? Maybe? And the person we just met was Mio-san, from Nurse from the Clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. Okay, how do you automatically know everybody's hobbies? You know the names of everyone we pass by, and even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mina, Mion and Reina exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Dude, I mixed their names together. Mina. Is that their ship name? Oh yeah? We're not like the city where people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try it out. You there, who am I? You're Keiichi Maibara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers. Oh? Didn't you? That's enough, that's enough. Oh, boxers? Enough of that. Apparently, there's absolutely nothing you can keep hitting here. Hinamizawa is not a place to be trifled with. Agreed. There's always that existential question, would you rather live in a small village where everyone knows you, or in a city where no one knows you? You know? Chime off in chat! For me, I would rather be in a big city where no one knows me. Being in a small city like that would be way too personal, you know? They know me too well. Yeah, you don't have that option, East. That's not an option. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. Don't you think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. Population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. Thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "you're kidding me," but I'll held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved in the city like this before? Yeah, I agree with that. I like walking everywhere as well, but you don't need to go in small villages for that. I live in the cabin in the woods with no one else. Oh, that's so scary. But what if you hear a knock on the door? You'll never know who it is. Thinking about that made me believe that they said wasn't a joke at all. Past another person. Of course, we were called out again the same way. Something confusing.
Oh, my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you get along.
This lady here is Fujima-san. Fujishima-san. Good day.
Oh my Barakun. How wonderful for you, having such a lovely girl on each arm. How are you?
Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. As I looked back over to Rana and Mion, they gave me a wink.
So, now then, about time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe?
Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. Both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can. But it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave this to the old man. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I expect no less from the class representative. Rana, if we're going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view.
Ooh, yes! Good idea, I agree.
Rana nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. God, that's so creepy. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I've been to Japan, and shrines are usually like super calming and peaceful. This, on the other hand, looks extremely cursed. Like, this is different. Like, it's a shrine, but it's like something's happened here, you know? You can feel it. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
This here's the Furude shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around.
For this place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. It's a bit too early in the season for a festival. Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be celebration at the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer.
Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there.
Various colored lunchboxes were spread out, one after another on top of a plastic sheet. Sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It was Rena's home cooking. Went without saying that it would be delicious. Was it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, I'll take a little more than just a good view to get all this down, you know? God, I can never tell if the music's just gonna be like all of the music. It's just bad, but like in a creepy way, you know? It's like it's supposed to be like intentionally bad. Though that's probably just me being mean.
Good afternoon.
There's Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was our secret plan to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in play is my specialty.
We just had to come here since there was a commotion. What is the meaning of this?
Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Reina.
I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp in our property?
The temple's public grounds, not yours.
Keiichi's right. This is everyone's property.
Wow, Rika-chan's such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. Oh. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Sadako.
Hold on 1 second. Where's my spot?
No spot for you and nothing for you to eat.
Don't worry, there's something for you too.
None. I'll eat all of hers.
I will not allow that.
Wait, who's... Oh, God.
I will not allow that. Rika. Here, chopsticks.
Both Satoko and I slept at the boxes, having it out with each other. Stop stealing a little child's food. Man, really? Kei-chan, you're getting good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate. One for Mi-chan, one for Rika-chan too. Rana whipped out a pair of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right, okay. Thought we commenced this battle.
Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone.
Reina said as she opened up the thermos. Just then I realized this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different.
I will not allow you to have this hamburger.
Using your elbows against the rules, Satoko.
Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules.
It was a tough battle, blocking her with full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but it was a difference between our proficiency with chopsticks. It proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. The last meatball! Satoko Hojo has been bested! Nom! Satoko and I ambly began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rikichan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily with excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion invited Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. Ooh. Ooh. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there's so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era?
It seems that long ago people ate in silence. Must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? Probably because It's probably because back then the people were busy, even while eating, it didn't have a time to compliment the flavor.
That's just you. But, you know, just hearing that makes me happy. Oh, that's her.
That my effort was worth it, I mean.
She blushed low as she said that.
It was delicious.
It was absolutely perfect timing. Rikichan struck Reina directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression bewitching innocence. After Reina uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from around her head, with an audible poof.
Oh, Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you.
It was really delicious.
It was really delicious.
Reina flushed with red in excitement, embracing Rika-chan, rubbing her cheek against her so hard you can almost hear it.
To reward Rika-chan for her praise. Ta-da! These are special.
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look?
Has anyone ever prepared proper phrase to receive apples from Reina-chan?
Don't push yourself. What kind of praise do you think can you think up with your weak vocab? Oh, wow.
Ho ho ho. Well then, allow me to show you.
After Satsuko flashed me on a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
Hey. So, Reina-chan's, Reina One-san's,
One-chan, yeah.
Reina One-chan's lunch?
Satsuko thought it was yummy too. Satsuko looked up at her poutily while talking cutely. I know, no, she didn't even bring it to a picnic, she just brings it with her, I think. Wow, how was that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Reina limited special skill. She blushed a little and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Reina! It's unloaded, don't worry. How do you know? You said that, they never mention it. Oh, how? Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Reina glimpsed Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her.
Cute! Satoko is so cute, take you home. Oh.
Swish. Stab. Push. Satsuko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with a defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Reina. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick. She brought a gun. It's not unlikely she brought ammo as well. Good deduction there, East. I agree with you.
If it accepts you so much, why not reward Reina-chan with Reina-san with some praise?
Damn it! That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise.
Satoko, you think you've won by that one, don't you?
How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it?
Kei-chan is gonna be the one who does it.
What?
Oh, why don't I have you show me then?
The writhing of an old maid. Old maid? Is that what we're playing? The plan of attack she suggested was wicked. It was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After spitting my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? So use some of that boyish charm, Keiichi. This is all freshly made, right?
No. Actually, almost all of it was frozen stuff.
Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say, must I?
From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? Oh. Miranda turned to even deeper shade of red, the words, "I can't believe it," practically written on her face.
How can you tell? How, that I made it?
Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had... Oh! Keiichi! You don't say that. You don't say that, Keiichi. Oh my god, Keiichi. Silence enveloped the area. Reina, face still completely red, froze solid. Small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course I did, too. I sure would like to try one of Reina's handmade apple rabbits, or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, felt like I had crossed the line by a good 10 yards, I think. Then, at that moment, whoosh! There's a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. This is funny for you.
Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved in my mouth, knocking me over.
Okay, Keiichi-kun.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap. Even more apples were shoved in my mouth while she was squealing. One apple after another was forced in my mouth, and more apples. How about them apples, Satoko? Looks like we win. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? With our complete victory? This is our complete victory, isn't it?
I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all.
Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Reina stopped her squealing as she realized something.
Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe?
Look over, Rika-chan pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. Whee!
That was the sound of blood splurting from Rena's nose.
Cute. Tonight I will take you home.
She shook sporadically, and her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered it up with a whip, fixed them back on the plate.
Now they're all just fine, Kei. Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan.
Rika-chan raised the Satoko's hand like a referee having Had the plate of rabbit shoved her, she whispered.
This is our victory.
Wow. What? A comeback? I just don't care anymore. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Wow. More water. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quick. Later, Ren and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time.
See you tomorrow.
Setsuko and Rika-chan were sent home as well. Parted ways with Mion and ended up just Ren and myself enjoying the evening air on the way home. Okay, this is where things start getting creepy, I think. Like our first hint that something may be wrong.
Thanks for coming today, Kichi-kun. Was it fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now.
Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe?
A detour? Is it far?
It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long.
So we had been walking around all day. I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Rain? Water? Water. Rain. Traversing a small path up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Oh. Large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. Recalled it being in the newspaper.
Woo. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's actually dumpster diving. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile?
It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure.
Ren had already entered the well-known cute mode of hers. So that means there was something cute here too? Whoa.
A new pile. I can't wait.
She bounded up to the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa. My city race self was completely pitiful.
It's alright, just stay there, Kichi-kun. It won't take long.
Garbage? Garbage? Rana kindly declined my accompaniment.
Don't fall. Watch your step.
I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rana disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired for the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Saw the lively Rena around. The surrounding area quickly fell into silence. Bruh! Nobody told me that the border was messed up? Hold on. Where's the border? What the heck? You guys quiet AF. There. Now that's better. Whenever I watch the VOD, I always get bothered by the border not lining up correctly. The cry of Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to someone's presence. Startled, I turned around. Oh my god! What did they do to him? Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable. He had a bit of a aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa, you surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. Dude, look, out of all the arts all the beautiful character portraits we have seen thus far. This is the worst. This 100%. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without any prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask you who you were. Who asked? Quite rude to photographize photograph. Someone without consent, one would think. Yeah, dude, this is Garbo right here. Don't care, didn't ask. Exactly. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. Yes, birds can't consent. Thank you for explaining that to me. So what? You're saying I'm the same as birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. This older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi-kun, sorry oh, that's her.
Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now.
Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? Oh, that's him. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that comment. Uh-oh. I responded like if I was talking with Rena and the others. Yes. Something that's great is that, Keiichi and his group have like a really morbid sense of humor that I can really vibe with. Yeah, like jokes like that. I get it. It was quite a disturbing incident. The installment found one of the arms. Except that he's being serious.
Keiichi-kun, sorry to bother you. You're waiting a while, I guess?
I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for starting you, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi doesn't know. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into twilight. I see my chance to retort put me off a bit.
Keiichi-kun, why are you angry? Why, I wonder.
It wasn't Reina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove?
Oh yes, so listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll.
A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing, the statues they always have in front of that fried chicken place. Life-size dummy.
Yes, Colonel Sanders.
Oh, Colonel Sanders.
Oh, cute. I want to take it home.
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it. What inspired this part of the visual novel? That was what interests me the most. Why Colonel Sanders? Yeah. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right?
Become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon.
Raina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out. To repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today.
Oh, thank you.
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
Keiichi-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Oh.
Raina staggered along as if intoxicated by her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Rena? Long ago, did something happen here?
Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. Oh.
Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something.
I don't know.
Oh, the music stops. Are you sure about this? What are you talking about? I'm 100% sure of what I'm getting into. I love pain. Oh,
I don't know.
her tone was disturbingly frank. Sounded more like denial than an answer.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression.
Actually, I didn't leave here until a year ago.
Huh? You transferred here too?
I was sure that. So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry.
Don't really know. Don't really want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Think about it, of course. It would be like that. It's one of the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. Sure.
It was quite a disturbing incident.
Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake-san said, then I had a feeling only Higurashi would know. But you cannot ask the Higurashi, now can you? No, you can't. Because Higurashi don't have consciousness. Yeah, so you have received new tips. The Mayabara Mansion, the Dam Site Murder, Dismemberment, Newspaper Edition. One of you, the Mayabara Manor, so like his house, the Dam Site Murder, Dismemberment, Newspaper, so the newspaper about the arm, basically. Oh, that spooky music is so cool. I love that. But, hold on. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna leave to go get food, and then we can come back in an hour. Is that alright? Because I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry. So, it's a good place to stop, I think. So if everyone will be awake in an hour, we can continue the spooks. You know? Yeah. So, I'll see you then. Yeah? In Rena's voice. I'll see you then. Yeah. I'm gonna go get food. Everyone else go get food in the meantime, alright? Get food and drink water and do your homework. Okay. Yeah. Bye bye then. Bye bye then. See you soon.